both of our teams are competing for playoff spots. Like, that's our main focus. That's a selfish thing to just care about an individual award, and she would give you the same exact answer.
And one thing Caitlin-Clark does maybe better than anybody in sports right now, makes it about others, makes it about team. Think about it.
She also has to sit there like she can't hear us talking about her, which is handling wonderfully. Caitlin, proud of you on all fronts, but proud of you for
second half of the season and the second half of this game, the team that was more together was clearly the Indiana Fever, and the Indiana Fever.
The Chicago Sky and the head coach, Teresa Weatherspoon, faced a formidable challenge against the Indiana Fever, led by the unstoppable Caitlin-Clark. The Fever's dominance was on full display as they routed the Sky, making it clear that Weatherspoon's strategy to neutralize Clark was ineffective. In the second half of the season, and especially in this game, the Fever emerged as a more cohesive unit, playing with a level of togetherness that the Sky couldn't match. Before the game, Weatherspoon acknowledged the Fever's growth and chemistry, particularly praising Clark's leadership. She described Clark as the head of the snake, driving the team's success by utilizing every player's strengths. Weatherspoon emphasized that it would take 40 minutes of focused execution to compete with the Fever, but despite her recognition of Clark's impact, the Sky were unable to stop her. Clark's brilliance was evident throughout the game as she continuously involved her teammates and celebrated their successes. This selflessness has become a hallmark of her play, contrasting sharply with the Sky's star player, Angel Reese, who has been accused of making the game more about herself than the team. Reese's focus on individual achievements, like double-doubles, has seemingly come at the expense of team success, and the Sky's performance has suffered as a result. Weatherspoon's strategy, which seemed to rely heavily on keeping Reese in the game to secure her stats, failed to disrupt Clark's rhythm. The Sky's defense, once their calling card, has deteriorated, with the team struggling to stop opponents from scoring. Even with the departure of their weakest defender, Marina Mabrey, the Sky's defensive issues persisted, highlighting a broader problem within the team. After the game, Weatherspoon's lack of answers during the press conference was telling. When asked about the team's defensive struggles and how they planned to stop the Fever, she offered no substantial response. Instead, she deflected the question, focusing on the emotional impact of the loss rather than addressing the tactical shortcomings that led to the defeat. The Fever's success this season can largely be attributed to Clark's leadership and the team's chemistry. Clark has consistently made the game about her teammates, never taking credit for herself, and this approach has helped the Fever become one of the most dangerous teams in the league. Her ability to involve everyone on the court and make them better has been a key factor in the Fever's rise. On the other hand, the Sky's struggles can be traced back to their reliance on Reese and her focus on individual accolades. While Reese has shown flashes of brilliance, particularly in rebounding, her overall efficiency and defensive commitment have declined. This has left the Sky vulnerable, as they have failed to dominate the paint or defend effectively, leading to their fifth consecutive loss. The contrast between Clark and Reese is stark. While Clark has emerged as a potential Rookie of the Year candidate, leading the league in assists and setting records, Reese's shortcomings have been magnified. Her inefficiency in the paint, coupled with her focus on personal stats, has hindered the Sky's ability to compete at a high level. The Fever's dominance was further highlighted by their ability to score 100 points against the Sky, a feat no other team had achieved this season. This offensive explosion was a testament to the Fever's depth and the challenges they posed to opposing defenses. Even though Weatherspoon recognized the need for adjustments, she failed to implement them effectively, leaving the Sky exposed. The Fever's rise has also sparked discussions about the team's potential to make a deep playoff run. With Clark leading the way and Kelsey Mitchell playing at an elite level, the Fever have the tools to compete with the best teams in the league. While the Sun and the Lynx may pose significant challenges, the Fever's current form makes them a legitimate threat in the postseason. As the Sky continue to struggle, questions about Weatherspoon's future and the team's direction are becoming more pressing. The lack of defensive identity, combined with an over-reliance on Reese, has left the Sky in a precarious position. If they hope to turn their season around, significant changes may be needed, both in strategy and personnel. Clark's impact on the league has not gone unnoticed, with even NBA legend LeBron James praising her performance. Her ability to navigate defensive pressure and create opportunities for her teammates has been nothing short of spectacular. Clark's record-setting performances have solidified her status as one of the league's brightest stars, and her influence extends beyond the court, inspiring fans and fellow players alike. As the Fever continue their impressive run, the question remains whether they can sustain this level of play and make a deep playoff run. With Clark at the helm and the team firing on all cylinders, the Fever have the potential to be one of the most dangerous teams in the league. The Sky, on the other hand, are at a crossroads, needing to address their issues quickly if they hope to salvage their season. The contrast between Clark's selflessness and Reese's focus on individual achievements serves as a broader commentary on the importance of team dynamics in sports. While talent is essential, the ability to bring a team together and make everyone better is what ultimately leads to success. Clark's leadership and the Fever's chemistry have proven that, and it's a lesson the Sky will need to learn if they want to compete at the highest level. In the end, the story of this season may be one of two teams heading in opposite directions. The Fever, led by a rising star in Clark, are poised to make a splash in the playoffs, while the Sky, burdened by internal struggles and a lack of defensive identity, face an uncertain future. The road ahead will be challenging for both teams, but the lessons learned from this season will undoubtedly shape their paths moving forward. As the WNBA continues to grow in popularity and talent, the spotlight on players like Clark will only intensify. Her ability to handle the pressure, inspire her teammates, and lead her team to victory has already made her a standout in the league. The future is bright for the Fever, and with Clark at the center of it all, they are a team to watch as the playoffs approach. The Sky, however, must regroup and find a way to address their shortcomings. Whether it's through strategic adjustments, personnel changes, or a renewed focus on defense, something needs to change if they hope to turn their season around. The potential is there, but it will take a concerted effort from the entire organization to realize it. In conclusion, the matchup between the Fever and the Sky highlighted the contrasting fortunes of two teams on different trajectories. While the Fever continue to rise, powered by the brilliance of Caitlin-Clark, the Sky are left searching for answers. The WNBA is in an exciting place right now, with young stars like Clark leading the charge, and the outcome of this season will undoubtedly have lasting implications for both teams.